about obviously the level of skill that's in hockey now, but there's a lot of rumblings around this Michigan move that seems to be becoming more and more prevalent in the game. You see it more and more. The skill level again of these players is insane. Not something that I would certainly ever be trying even in my heyday in junior hockey. But what are your thoughts on the level of skill first of all, and then that play specifically? We hear a lot of guys, old school guys around. More North hockey, more of this driving to the net, which I fully agree with.
Yes.
But it's not like you can't have both, right? I mean, behind the net, there's a pretty, it's a dead space back there to generate some offense behind the net. I mean, to me, it's on the defensive team to find ways to defend this because it's not going away.
No, I think you're going to see more of it.
Of course.
A couple weeks ago, my son plays Mite. And a kid tried it twice.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was able to get the puck up. He did not score, but I think I agree with what you're saying too about the North game going hard. But like some of these guys don't play that way.
Yeah,
they're so skilled. And like the other night in the sorry Canada lost. You guys are like up in arms. Oh, they lost one game.
Yep.
But no, seriously, like there was a play. I guess Bedard tried it, but like. It was kind of the play to make there, I thought. And he's a guy that can make that play. Maybe the rest of your guys, like if you think they're not going hard and doing this or that, makes sense. But we all kind of know where the game is going. And the skill level on almost every kid now, like just coming up. Like that's the shit they work on.
100%.
And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it is a play. We've seen guys score goals that way. Now, I did tell my son to whack that kid right across his shin guards next time he tried it because I got that old school mentality too. I don't want to be scored on that way, but the truth of the matter is that's just a play now.
It is.
It is a legit play. And
a dangerous one because it's hard to defend. I mean, as a goalie on the post,
it can't be the first thing in your head.
On the strong side post, I mean, it's like a wraparound, but a little more aggressive, right?
Right.
I mean, now you have using the topper part of the net, but I mean, teams are gonna have to figure out a way to defend this. Back in the day, it was Gretzky setting up shot back there, making plays from behind the net,
right?
And now we're able to generate scoring chances from the back of the net. So teams are going to have to find a more creative way to defend this because, I know from the coaching side of things, and I coach defense, with the Phantoms and I coach forwards, but we would never get defense to chase behind the net. You know what I mean? You're on the back side of them. So it's a tough one to defend. Maybe you got to break some sticks.
Yeah.
Maybe you really do have to flex a little bit there and lay down that line. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not that easy to do without staying out of the box and playing it legally. But it's not going away. These guys are highly skilled. Like you said, the 8 and 9-year-olds, kids, like all these young kids are practicing this, as you mentioned, at every level.
Right.
So the skill level, I mean, again, I think now it's coaching the time and place for this. And obviously you're not, preaching toe dragging at the blue lines.
Right.
But behind the net, I mean, there's limited things you can do with the puck, right? I mean, you set up, make a play out either side of the net. But if you can generate some offense, and then maybe having the philosophy of guys, if you're going to see Connor Bedard or whoever, Zegras, whoever your skill guy is, maybe making one of these plays, reverse Michigan's we're seeing. And having guys crash the net because just like a wraparound play or a stuff play, there's going to be rebounds on those plays too. So there's still that that hard nose to the net type of mentality, considering that these pucks don't always go in the net. There's going to be a scrum there. So it's a new game. I mean, it's been like this for a while, but I love the creativity. And to me, it's on the defending teams. We can't hate on the offensive players doing this. It's a legitimate and honest chance to score. These guys are highly skilled. I mean, I bet you Connor Bedard scores 9 out of 10 on that play.
Probably does.
And some others highly skilled guys. But to me, it's just you have to figure out a way to defend this thing because it's going to happen more and more as the skill level continues to increase. But
it's funny because not only the Michigan, we've seen that reverse where you fake the Michigan and then a guy wraps around. That play is unbelievable. Whoever designed that the first time, that was genius to me. But that's happening. We saw Zegras flip it over the net to Sonny Milano last year, I believe. He bats it in. Like I've seen a couple times where a player will kind of try to throw it off the goalie's back. That's smart. And talking about Wayne Gretzky, I mean, I remember a ton of times where he would bank it off a goalie.
Yeah.
He'd be behind the net, come out, and they're like, "Oh, that's luck." I don't think it was luck with Gretz. Like honestly, and he's not the only guy that's ever tried it. But you see guys trying for bad angles to hit a goalie.
Oh yeah,
you know,
smart
in the
players.
because the way they're going down. But like you said, I mean, you got to figure out a way to defend this play because it's working a lot of the time. Now I realize Canada lost, and our buddy Obi was saying that, and I do agree with him. Like for me, Canada's usually they're going hard and all that stuff, but Bedard's not going to play a physical hockey game. He's going to be a really skilled. He is obviously the best, but in his age, but. It's just something like you said. You're gonna have to learn to defend somehow.
Yeah, these are situational, right? I mean, it's not like it's not like he was taking a perimeter approach for on an entry and trying to Michigan. You know what I mean? Like it's it's a behind the net play that he had some space. To me, again, going back to the defending team, this is where you take away time and space. Like as a defending team, you're gonna have to find a way to shut that down. Make a play he's not going to make. Maybe push him on his backhand, whatever that ends up being. But as soon as you give these guys that extra split second and play it safe on the strong side, weak side posts, the guy doesn't have to come to the front of the net to get a stick around.
Right.
That's it.
That's true.
Someone's going to have to put a stick on puck and close it down a little quicker. You're going to have to identify that. But we'll see where it goes. I mean, the skill level is insane as we're talking about. It's not going away. They're going to see these types of plays more and more on every level, probably. Not just the NHL, but I like it, because I do love the creative part of hockey. Obviously, that's why we all played hockey. Now the creativity is insane, and if guys have skills to do this, like it's just another tool in their toolbox and just another threat that you have to deal with. And it's all about scoring goals. So if you can find creative ways to score goals. Saying all this without getting away from the meat and potatoes, obviously. I mean, these are highlight reel goals we're talking about, or attempts. But games are won with grunt work and the North play. The strong defensive play, and then playoffs are won, obviously, in a little different way. You're not going to be able to skill your way through playoffs, but nonetheless, the skill level is through the roof. It is enjoyable to watch as long as we don't lose too much of the essence of it, I think.
Right.
Which we all agree with, I think, here. So.